Hello everybody, today we are going to talk about logical operators. They are called logical because they work on true and false expressions, on true and false statements. But before we go into what are they, how do they work, I would like to present you the problem that they solve. Let's imagine a situation like that. You want to get from the user a number. Okay, so we need to create a variable that we call, for example, number. And we want to check if the number is in the range between 1 and 10. So let's do something like that. Input, type a number, and I will tell you if it's between 1 and 10. Okay, we'll ask the user for the number. Okay, so it's a number. We need to also cast it to int, right? We need to change the type from string to int. Remember that the type from input is always string, so we need to change it into integer because we need a number. And then I want to check if that number is between 1 and 10. So how would you do it? You would probably do something like that. If, and then inside you will check if the number is greater than 1. Then what? Now we've just checked if the number is greater than 1, and that's all. But we do not know if it's not, for example, 100 or 500. We don't know. So we need to do again the conditional statement if the number is lower than 10, then, and then we'll print number between 1 and 10, right? We'll do something like that. When we run the module and we type the number, for example 5, as you can see, number is between 1 and 10. When you type a number that is bigger than 10, it's not showing anything. And here is the problem. We have got here two conditional statements and it doesn't look good, right? Because we have got too many indentation here. It would be better if we could somehow connect this expression with this expression, with something here between. And this thing is called logical operator. And this operator will be called AND in this situation. I will tell you soon why. As I said earlier, the logical operators works on true and false expression. Remember that this thing, the number is greater than 1, is gonna be changed into the true or false, depending on the situation. Well, let's imagine that we've put into the number, 5. So is 5 greater than 1? Yes. So this thing will be changed into true. And is 5 lower than 10? Yes. So this expression will be changed into true. And true means true. Why? Because this is one of logical operators that if it's meet with true and true, it will be changed into true. And works like that. When you have true and true, it changes the expressions into true. If it has true and false, it will change it into false. If it sees false and true, it will change into false. If it has false and false, it will change into false. How to remember it? Well, you can remember it by two ways. The conjunction, and it's called conjunction, is true only when both expressions are true. Okay, so we just need to remember that and will give you true when both expressions are true. But you can also remember it another way. Let's imagine you are talking with your wife and she tells you, I would like a coffee with milk. And you will tell to her, okay, my wife, I will buy for you coffee and milk. Imagine that these are expressions. And when you come back with coffee and milk, it means that you have not lied to her, okay? But if you come back with only coffee without milk, so this will be false statement, right? Milk wasn't bought. it means that you have lied to her because you haven't bought the milk. It's not enough. And the same situation goes if you don't buy coffee, but you buy milk. And if you do not buy anything, it means that you have completely lied to her, okay? That's how you can remember it. You can feel that when you say the word and, it means that you need to do both of the things at once and in the same time. That's why when you do something like that, if the number is greater than 1 and in the same time number is lower than 10, then this expression will be true. And when I run the module, as you can see, I will type, for example, 15. It will not be true. When I type 2, it is between 1 and 10. There is also an operator that is called OR. This logical operator will be true when at least one of the expression is true. So true, true, false will give you true because one of that expression was true. True, false, true, it will give you true. But when you have false and false, it will give you false. So alternative, because that's how OR is called, is false only when both expressions are false. That's how you can remember it, okay? So OR is false when both expressions are false. Conjunction is true only when both expressions are true. But also, imagine a situation with milk, right, and coffee. When you say to your wife, hey, I will buy coffee or milk, it means that you can buy one of that product and everything will be all right? You will buy this or this. Well, you can come back without one of this. You can buy both of them, that's okay, but you cannot come back without anything, okay? That's how you can remember it also. And well, when you change here to OR, maybe it's not a good idea to use the range. Let's imagine another situation. Let's take it under the comment. And let's create a variable 5 and variable b. And let's check if a is, for example, greater than b, and or b is equal to 5, then print test. So in our situation, colon. In our situation, when we run this program, as you can see, we have got here test. Why? Because 5 is greater than 2. Okay, so this was true, but this thing was false, right? Because b is equal to 2, not to 5. So it's false. But true or false gives you what? Gives you true. Okay. The cool thing is that when you change OR to AND, you will notice that you need to have both expressions true at the same time. As you can see, now it's false. The expression, the result of these expressions is false because true and false gives you false. Okay. It's a good idea to exercise, practice a bit, to create some, play with these numbers and see what results you will get, right? You can also use something what is called not. Not means no, right? So when it can change true to false and false to true. So if you have a situation like that, right now, the result of it is false, right? Because we don't see anything. We can change the result by using not, like that. You can use the parentheses. So this thing, the result of these expressions will be, we remember that it was false, right? So it will be changed into true. And as you can see, now we can see the print here. Okay, so logical operators allows you to, connect more than one condition at once, right? You can create some complex one with numbers and so on. Right now, these are simple because I do not want to, make it too hard because you are now learning the syntax. So do not worry. I'm sure that in future you will create something more advanced, right? Okay, that's only the lesson. Thank you very much.